What's going on, everybody? Evan here with Evan's Detailing and Polishing. Of course, it's getting cold out. Sporting my Evan's Detailing and Polishing beanie, available on GoShineOn.com. I'm gonna take that second for a shameless plug. What do we got in front of me here? We've got a really badass vintage grinder. Of course, it's an old Black & Decker. This thing was the best grinder. Back in the day, I'd still take a pallet if they came available. These things ran 5,000 RPM. I still find that that's debatably the best RPM to run. 5,000 RPM just was not smoother in my opinion. But this Black & Decker was just a monster. All aluminum housing, cast aluminum housing. We sanded it down and polished it out so that it would of course look nicer. It was a gift from Evan's Detailing and Polishing in Nebraska one year for Christmas for me, or my birthday, one of the two. Big shout out to them over there, killing it. But we get this question a lot, and now that we've got this YouTube how-to video channel, everybody's always asking, which set of safety flanges am I supposed to be using? Am I supposed to use the insertables? Am I supposed to use the just black safety flanges, the plastic ones, the metal ones? How do I know I'm using the right ones, and how do I install them? I will show you today. This video is going to be kind of confusing, so bear with me, try to stick with it, or try to muscle through it with you. But it's warm in this building, so I'm going to pop this hat off. Alright, I'm back. Don't mind my messy hair. It's a mess today. I need to get it cut. Alright, so we got two different types of buffs. One with a center. Whoop, ooh. One without a center. Whoop. What's going on in there? Ooh. So, what do we use for which? These right here are called insertables. This one right here got a threaded side and a non-threaded side. So, let's flip the grinder over here. If you live in the US, Canada, or parts of Mexico, your arbor is going to be 5/8 11 threaded. That's pretty well standard over here. Whether you've got a full speed 6,000 RPM, a variable speed 3,500 RPM, 5/8 11 thread is your standard thread. It's the way you're going to find your buffers straight out of the box. Now if you're in Europe, you're going to have some different sizes over there, and buying these ones from me are not going to work unless they're 5/8 11 threaded. This threaded end right here is 5/8 11. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smooth side right here that has absolutely no threads on. Just going to lay it down to the bottom like so. And these ones work. These little fellas right here. No center plate. I'm going to set these down, arrows up. Then all I'm going to do is spin this one down until it tightens up. Alright, once it tightens up, you're golden. I'm going to use my lock and lock it up. You can check that in a different video. We actually show how to tighten them up. These ones here, the little holes in there, if you can see those work for both the Makita tool that comes with your buffer from the factory and the DeWalt tool. One's for DeWalt, one's for Makita. DeWalt, Makita, DeWalt, Makita. So, can we use, the big question I get all the time is, I've got these black plates, can I use those with the centerless buffs? Let me show you why I say no. So, no matter which way you flip these, they're kind of indented and kind of pancaked on one side. So if I hold them this way, they kind of look like a UFO. If I hold them this way, they kind of look like they're pressed together. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like duck lips, alright? So, I like to put them duck style. So I'm going to slide this one all the way down. Of course, it's fresh powder coat. I'm going to spin it down because it doesn't want to go all the way down by itself. Alright, got it on there. I'm going to set this on there. There is nothing to center this at all. See how much that buff's moving around? It doesn't center itself on. If I take this one and spin it down, even though it's not threaded, it still needs to spin itself down. Even if I run this all the way tight to the buff, see this? The buff still moves around. Now, I'm going to take the grinder nut that comes with the grinder from the factory, and even if I spin that all the way down and all the way tight, the buff still moves around a little bit. Alright, so these black safety flanges are not made for centerless buffs. I'm going to repeat this. They are not made for centerless buffs. They are made for buffs that already have center plates in them. This one, I set it on, it doesn't move anywhere. But now, if I put it down, tighten this one on, and then take my grinder nut, thread it all the way on, the buff doesn't move at all. And all these black safety flanges are doing is just giving you an extra little level of security with those clinch rings. As you can see, they're like a bunch of little teeth. And all this is doing is helping clamp those teeth down and hopefully give it a better surface to work with. Now, these standard metal center plates, if you're buying them from me, the center plates are welded. If you're buying them from other places, sometimes they don't have the welded center plates. You can see they were welded. I ran this style for this year. I'm going to be in business for 19 years. This buff right here, I ran for the first 16 years of business. Had absolutely no issues with them. We ran them a lot. I didn't run safety flanges. I know a lot of people are going to find that crazy. But I did not run safety flanges. Of course, this is going to want to be a pain in the butt to try and get it off. But I didn't run safety flanges. I just hoped for the best. I had a lot of near misses. I had a lot of buffs fly apart and come flying at me. But that happens. If you're not going to run safety flanges, you're going to run the risk of something terrible happening. So always remember, if you're going to use 6,000 RPM, use your safety flanges. I don't care what kind you use. I recommend using whatever you can get your hands on. These black ones are a bare necessity, even though I didn't use them for 16 years. But these ones are what I use now. I use all insertables. I can swap these out super fast. If you're going to use the black safety flanges, a lot of the new grinders, the arbor isn't quite long enough. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get yourself one of these. This right here, an arbor extension. Now this arbor extension spins right on your factory arbor. Just gives you a longer reach, better to get ahead. And spin that on there. Now, what I do is if I'm gonna run these black safety flanges, I don't like running my black safety flange all the way down to the bottom of these, all the way down to the bottom of the arbor extensions. So what I do is I take my factory nut, I'll spin it all the way down to the bottom, just like we did in our previous video. If you check that out here on my YouTube channel, you'll see the video about how to throw your buff on a grinder. I throw this nut all the way down to the bottom. Then I put my black flange on, and then I put my buff on, and then I throw another nut on top. I'll throw another one of these on top. You can buy these at almost any hardware store. They will sell extra grinder nuts. Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita. I even think Black & Decker sells them. But you can buy these from the factory, or you can reach out to your factory manufacturer and they'll lead you in the right direction of where to buy them. I buy mine right at our local store. We also have them in our Amazon store. It's amazon.com/shop/metal polisher3826. We'll have the grinder nut links in there in our store. You can pick them up right from us. That won't be an issue. They'll be readily available. I'll make sure I get those on there today before this video airs. But I hope this all makes sense. I hope everybody can kind of grasp what I'm talking about here. Like I said, these black safety flanges go with the centered buffs. They're not made for centering. You need a way to center your buff. These are a no. Bwah, bwah. Not gonna work. This black safety flanges, or the plastic ones, whichever ones you got, work with these buffs. That's what you're looking for. Now if you're looking for quick easeability in changing, use these ones, the custom insertables, inside a centerless buff. All right, like I said, doesn't matter what grinder you have, I don't care what brand you have, as long as it's a 5/8 11 threaded, you're going to be able to make it work. And if you also want, all these products are available on GoShineOn.com/shop, including this arbor extension. We do know a lot of people like them, makes life a lot easier, helps you get into those hard to reach areas. And you can stack multiple of these. I don't recommend it on a 6,000 RPM. It gets sketchy, to say the least. But I did see somebody on Instagram the other day that had 6 of these piled together. I think these are 2-inch arbor extensions, maybe 2-inch, 3-inch. I don't know. I'm terrible. But I saw a guy with 6 of them stacked together, and he was running them on a variable speed buffer, and he was sliding in and out. He had about 12 inches of extension there. I don't recommend it, but if that's the way you're gonna go, it's the way you're gonna go. It is possible. I see a lot of crazy things. You're a polisher. We're gonna invent something to make it work. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking these videos out. If you have any more questions, drop them in the comments below. Of course, click that subscribe button over here. And thanks for tuning in. YouTube.com/Evan Steger Metal Polishing. And if you're on Instagram, check us out, Metal Polisher 3826. And of course, like I said, all these products available on GoShineOn.com/shop. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you for the support. Catch you soon.